It's raining like crazy here. It hasn't rained in a really long time. It's been a San Francisco summer for the last few weeks, which has been really nice and hot, but now it's storming, which is kind of nice. I haven't had a rainy day inside in a while. Tomorrow's gonna be rough. I do have to leave the house tomorrow, so I hope it's not as bad as now. But today I'm having a cozy day in, and I feel like talking, so we're gonna talk. And I just been really contemplating life. I've been very introspective because a lot has happened in my life, as always, since the last time we talked. And I think it's important to say that because a lot of things should be happening to your life. I mean, sometimes there is like a period of rest and healing that a lot of things don't happen. But during those times where I do need to rest for really long periods of time, just I'm bedridden for a while, I know that that is when the universe is orchestrating life for me. Like this is when I need to call my energy back into myself so that the universe can set all these things up to work in my favor for when I'm ready. And so today I think that's what's happening. It's raining so that I can make this video or do my homework that I need to do. So yeah, I'm here with another video diary talking about showing up. And that's what I'm doing today, is just showing up. And I think that being consistent has profound consequences in life and in general, even when it doesn't feel like a lot of things are coming out of it. And every week-ish, whenever I feel like it, I've been recording these videos and talking, and I don't know, I feel like every video is less and less views because I think at first people are like, oh my god, I don't know, like, what is she doing? And I show up and then I'm like, oh, she's still doing this. At least that's the narrative I have in my head. But also in a way where then I realize, like, how many people actually care about what I'm doing? Is that even something that I want? Do I want people in my life that are outside of my close circle to even care about what I have to say? Yes and no, I think that nobody has to listen to me, especially if they don't really want to know what's going on with my life, if they don't think I'm insightful or things that I'm talking about don't really apply to them, whatever. If people are curious about me, that's cool. Here I am. This is where I exist. Because I feel like I'm not really out into the world as much as I used to be. I think also I'm not very social media present. And even if I do post, it's just kind of just like random shit. It's not really like involved. Like you're not really seeing my day-to-day as I'm actually living my day-to-day. Like all the important things that are happening to me day-to-day, that's not online. And I kind of think that's really important, is to protect that part of me, because a lot of those things are super, super personal and intimate to me. And I'd love to just keep that to myself and keep it to the people that are involved in that. So yeah, so this is my way of also just kind of bringing myself out into the world without having to expose myself in a way that's uncomfortable for me. Yes, and so then at least then I get to talk about the things that have been happening to me as a way of self-reflection and a way to sort of also build confidence in speech, and also just like looking at myself in the camera and being starting to become more confident in the things that I say has really helped me build a brand, build a personality in a way where I think is mandatory for the line of work that I'm doing. I need to be like the face of my brand. And what is my brand but not me? And this is me. And so I have to be my own face, apparently. And so I'm just getting used to that. And then I have to sell myself in personality, not physically. And I have to convince people to buy things from me. And that's my whole job now, is working for very little money for myself, for the freedom, so that in the long run I can sell things successfully to people. And I think a lot of that is branding, and a lot of that is using who I am to project visions of what I want to put out into the world in the ways that I want to be perceived into the visions of my brand. And that's what we're working on. We're very foundational right now. And this is a foundation. This is this is a piece of the foundation. And I think that's just really, really important. And so yeah, I just been showing up. And that's just so fundamental to working for yourself, I think, is having the discipline to know what is next, to know what to do, and to also be flexible and to see what unfolds in front of you. And that's also like a really great thing that I've been letting happen, is like letting life unfold in all aspects and areas of my life, and trusting that my future will come to me. Success will come to me, and that success is inevitable as long as I keep taking these steps and aligning with my path and really truly believing in myself, which I have always believed in myself. Every time I've quit a job, people are like concerned for me, and they shouldn't be. I think, they're projecting themselves into this position. They're like, I could not quit my job right now. If I was in your position, I don't know what I would do. And I always find a way to figure out what to do. And I'm just not worried in the future, I guess, because I think I've set myself up pretty well when I was, sacrificing my happiness in my early 20s to set myself up for this place. And I've been really building myself in order to take this risk, because I knew that this is something that I would have done, or that I need to have done, that I need to be doing at this time in my life. Yeah. And so then I think being here and taking these risks and showing up as myself every single day, more and more, and being more and more authentic and proud of who I am, has profound effects on the things that are manifesting for me. And every single day, I am just so grateful and blessed for all the people that are coming into my life, that have been in my life, that are continually starting to show up for me in my life. And I'm just like radiating, and I hope that like this energy is contagious. I just want my energy to amplify all of the things that I don't know how to explain this. It's like, I know that if I'm in a good mood, if I'm confident, if I have this aura around me that's expanding, that's what I wanted to say. If it's expanding, then the radius of the things that are meant to magnetize towards me has a greater area to come towards me. If I'm keeping my energy into myself and I'm just sitting alone in my room and I'm not really putting myself out there, I'm sitting in bed and I'm just depressed, which is what I used to do. And maybe that's what I needed to do at the time, because I needed to like pull my energy back inward and like heal myself. But at that point, I'm thinking like, then my aura is only confined to this one space, that I'm not allowing other things to come towards me, and I'm not like able to receive the things that I am looking for, because I'm not giving anything either. Like there's nothing I'm projecting out, so there's nothing to come back to me. And so taking a lot of risks, putting myself out there, has really been, it's been so great receiving a lot of these things, and just also trusting that the things that are meant for me will come to me. Yes. And so they have been, and it's just been great. Yes. And I just trust that whatever needs to happen will happen and unfold in its own time. And I think before I didn't used to think about that. I used to try to have all this control over my life. I used to really like plan far ahead and then worry about that time. Like if I would plan something like a month ahead that I needed to do, all I would do is spend time thinking about that one thing and how I was going to make sure that it went right and like perfect. But that really just took energy out of me to not be in the moment of the certain time that I was already in. I was just always living in the future, right? And so when you're living in the future, you can't really experience the present. And that means you're like blind to the blessings that are coming towards you. Or because you're blind to it, you're not able to receive it, right? Like I can't pick out $20 off the ground if I don't see it. If I just step on it and walk away, that thing that wanted to come towards me, the something that was like set there for me, for my greater good, was not able to be received by me because I wasn't paying attention. And that's like something that I've been really trying to do, is be present and to pay attention. And there's always days where you feel kind of stressed. Like I feel like I can't be like happy and like grateful all the time. There's always times where I'm in a little mood or I'm worried or like feeling insecure. But I always try to let that time pass, let it pass, so that when I am in a more stable state, I can recognize what is the right choice for me to do. Like if I'm dealing with someone and I just feel like, I don't know, I'm worried about them in their opinion of me, or how this dynamic of relationship is going to end up, if we're really friends, if we're compatible, if we're all these things. But then that's me sort of projecting their thoughts of me onto them, right? So I don't know what they actually think of me. And if I am looking at them in a negative lens towards me, that's probably true, right? Everything that you think of probably will come true. If you think that this person doesn't like you and you start to act in ways where you're trying to make this person like you, they're going to be confused because they already liked you. And so then by you acting out of inauthenticity towards them to try to get people to like you, they're going to start not liking you. Because I know that like that's what happens with me. When someone tries to impress me too much or like try to control a situation or relationship that I'm in, you can just feel it. It's kind of icky. There's just like this like thick, sticky energy that is not fun to sit in. And then you end up not liking them. And so that's where I think I was like in a few days ago, where I was like in this situation with a person where I was just really doubting myself. And then I kind of took some time out. I think I was really trying to control the situation because it felt like it was time constrained, And so there were a lot of things that I started to become anxious about. And it was very much like the old mindset that I used to have, like I guess like scarcity mindset of what's the worst that could happen, like if I don't do this, then if I don't manipulate this situation in a way that I want, then it's not going to go the way that I want. And then I took some time out, went to the park, put my feet in the grass, did some grounding and alignment and writing and journaling and reading, and really came back into myself. And I realized I'm like, wow, this is not what I wanted out of this dynamic anyway. I came into this and coming into every day thinking like what's meant for me will be for me, right? And so then me trying to control a situation is just detrimental to what I'm trying to do anyway. And it's still me putting a lot of energy and effort into what someone else thinks of me, which is not something that I want to do anymore. And it was really kind of like the past me coming back in and reminding me what it used to feel like, because I don't think that like she's really there anymore. In the manifestation world, there's always like this idea of your past frequency trying to come back to you, because if you're trying to get out of your old frequency, it doesn't want to die. If you're in a different vibration now in this life, like it's scared that it's not going to exist anymore. Like your internal person and this egoic self of you that was developed to protect you is scared. And so it wants to come back. It's like, if you don't have me anymore, if you don't live the way that I want you to, then you're gonna get hurt. And that's why it was built, because of the way that I was raised, because of society, because of, I don't know, like patriarchy. And so I'm really trying to fight against that. And I have been doing a pretty good job, if I say so myself, but it'll always come back. Okay, maybe not always, but it will try. And it's kind of like a test, right? It tests you to see if you're really down for this new life. And yeah, I think I am. I'm pretty sure of it. This is all that I'm doing now, so I really commit to it. And I think whoever that was back then trying to protect me, also for showing me the difference of then and now. But yeah, I just say thank you, and I let it pass, and then I come back to my body, and I see what's really important. And the most important thing is I am like putting myself first, is being healthily selfish. Because I think when I was putting other people's needs and opinions above my own, I was being unhealthily unselfish. I was just really sacrificing a lot of myself and a lot of what I wanted and my individuality and my dreams so that other people could be happy. And those people were the most important people to me, and I want them to be happy. But I don't want them to be happy in the expense of my happiness. That's just not what I'm here for anymore. And so yeah, it's just been a journey for sure. And so every day I'm just here to show up for myself. So when I wake up, I'm choosing things that are good for me. And if another person is factored into my schedule and it is in accordance of my happiness, if my friends want to come see me, or if I want to hang out with my friends, that's like mutually beneficial to both of us, right? But if I'm going out of my way to cancel my own plans to appease another person, it's not mutual. It's just like me sacrificing myself so then they can have access to me, so that I can like fuel them for some stupid reason. And I feel that way to work. I used to feel that way about work, where I was forced to show up somewhere because they needed me there. I didn't want to be there. I had better things to do with my time. And like, I value my time so much. Like, I don't need to be there so that I can give my energy and, labor to this entity that is not worth my time. I think my time and my value is worth much more than what I was doing before. And that's just like a personal thing, because I feel like some people need to show up and be there because it provides like so much more value to their life in like the resources they can use in order to do what they want to do. Like, going to work is very important. Showing up to work is important. I'm not saying don't go to your job. But for me, I just knew I was meant to do something else, and it was time for me to do something else. And now something else is doing whatever I want. Yeah, and so I'm just letting life unfold. And by doing that, a lot of good things have been happening to me. And I'm here to accept and receive it. And so worrying about something that may or may not come to me is gonna like stop me from being able to receive what is meant for me. So that is all I had to say for today. It was a long one. I mean, they're all kind of long. I don't think I breathed once during this because I was just really in the zone. But yeah, I love doing this, and I can't wait to do the next one. I just felt like it was the day to do it. So thanks for watching, all 5 of you. And I'll see you next time.